I always say it loud and clear that the one who is for you, you'll meet her that day, you'll see her, and you'll know her. And I think way back in 1900, just to be precise, in 1992, there, after finishing university in 1991, and I was employed in Casemates Africa Limited. I didn't go on the streets. I'm a lucky guy. And so this particular day, I asked for permission during the broad daylight to go and check on my mentee, Michael Kagara, and she was at university. And I find there a beaming young girl. And when I saw her and she saw me, I saw my wife. She will tell you she saw something.
Wait a minute. That is not true. That is not true. I had gone that time. I was in senior 5, and it was normal coaching time. At that time, all the scientists would go to Makerere. There was some magic around the garages of different lecturers, and I had gone there particularly to do some coaching. And my brother, cousin brother, Michael Kagara, was very good in math. So he was coaching me on sub-math. Now, continue.
And so Michael is a very important figure in my life here because when we met, he provided such a very important space for me. And first things first, it was now time for me to tell Monica, as she were at that time, that actually I have a cousin at Gweranyanji Girls School, and she's called Syria Vamonjobora. And so when you plan to go back, pass by, and I'll give her a letter so that you can deliver it to her. But guess what? In that letter I had written, I have found my wife, guard her jealously. Konka Syria did not keep it. The story is later unfolding is that they actually read my letter together. I don't know the views at that time that she held over that.
I must say I was embarrassed. Do you know someone giving you a letter and you take the letter, you deliver it, and the whole letter is about you? I felt so bad, and I wrote back a very strong letter. I said, I don't like men who can't talk for themselves. How dare you write all about me in a letter to my own friend? And to me, that was a no-go, man.
I was a very smart chap, and so there were 3 things I was looking for in a girl. While she discredits the communication I made, it was so fundamental for me, because for me I was looking for A, a Christian girl, B, a no-nonsense woman, and C, a person that is coming from a fairly well-established background. And so when this girl writes back to me and she says, I don't like men who can't speak for themselves, for me it was fundamental. It was criteria number 1 passed, no nonsense.
Later on, when God gave us an opportunity to meet, and that is at the graduation of Michael, I was able to see a young man. I did not judge him by anything, but he said 3 important words that captured my soul. One, he said, look here, I don't have anything. I have nothing. My parents are so poor, but you see me? I'll work so hard. I'll treasure you. I'll do everything for you. And oh my God, I was like, ha ha. No man had ever said such words to me. I said, wait a minute. I might be a queen in this guy's hands. And thank you. You've not disappointed me.
And then that day still was very important for me because, first of all, I had financed her travels from up country to come and attend that function. Her parents did not know what was happening. Then I invite her to accompany me, but also to stay at my home. And guess what she did? She invites the dad, whom I was meeting for the first time, and the brother, whom I had just seen, but we had met at university, and so I knew Robert to some extent. And these two people escort me, and she dare tell them that actually I'm not coming back, I'm spending a night. And for me, that was the point of no remorse, and the point of integrity, which also resonated with the fact that she trusts her parents and she could speak that much open. The long story short was that 3rd September 1994, we got wedded at St. Francis. And during the whole of that courtship and the time that we were in our early marriage, first and second year, we are building castles around our plan. We were looking at our future in terms of our future dream houses, in terms of our future children, and praying a lot around those areas. And so that year in 1994, when we got married, one of the things that we wrote in our notes was our first 10-year development plan, and among it was a dream house, 1994, which when we will put up and grow up and our children have left us, we shall turn it into a development facility. And that development facility shall be there for the interest of the young people, the children, and the early marriages, the young people that are really looking towards greater things. And so we had two ideas within one. And the first idea was to establish in there a facility which was going to be a museum, but also targeting young people, and a school.
We had the development plans that he's talking about, and we would write different plans. We wanted to have our car parked in our own house, and we achieved that. And thereafter, the children started growing. Now, my hubby was working for the government and got a flat. And so, that time, you could only confirm your tenancy by occupancy. So we had to leave our home, which was in Machinye, Lunguja side, and come to Buganda Road Flats. Now, the children are now coming to 4-5. So we go to Buganda Road Flats with a purpose, knowing that our teenagers will not be able to manage the city. And so when we went to Buganda Road, that meant that the other house, we had tenants. It was one house, we multiplied the tenants to 5. So it was able to accumulate some little money. But as God put Moses, he bought land every time he got an opportunity. So we had 2 plots in Nile, which were in the prime area. So when our children got to 10, we started getting pressure. We knew our children could not manage the city.
That's very true. And because they were at a tender age, and living in a flat was such a challenging time at that time, and so we decided to actualize our development plan and came and bought land here, and we started building. And the proceeds, as you have heard, came from a number of ways. A, through the rentals of the premises we exit. B, through selling part of our estates, which we were acquiring over the time. And we had a lot of plots, especially in that area of Nile. And so we were able to push this structure up to a level where we decided now to sell our condominium and got some good money through goodwill and finish this structure.
So I really want to thank Moses for that. The children were now at the age of 13. We are building after 3 years. The children are 13. And there is a lot of pressure of children going into the neighbors down and crossing. And we're like, my goodness, we have 3 beautiful girls. And 1 more child was coming. We are pregnant with our 4th child, who happens to be Joel. Now, we had not finished the structure, but it was habitable. We had shattered, we had tiles. He's a very good friend with our casemates. We had gotten tiles, we had got aluminium burglars. The house, oh my God, was relevant. And the art was the one that a king attracts his queen. And so the children are in the prime, and we are saying we cannot stay in the flat anymore. We need to hide these children somewhere. And guess what? We came into this house, it had not gotten finished. We all entered the lower basement, the lower flat. And therefore that meant we were in one room and the children were in another room, and the study was also a room while we continued to build. I'm telling you, this place was not like this. We had all these parts, was a banana plantation. We were growing our food, we were enjoying the premises as we continued to grow. Guess what? By God's grace, we finished the whole house. The children enjoyed the place. As I was telling you, the firstborn was 13. So that means every child had the time to enjoy the place. In a minute, the firstborn finished university, the secondborn finished university, they exited the home. The thirdborn, who is Bonita, one of the vision bearers, had a scholarship to Costa Rica, and the lastborn, Joel, is in school. We are back to zero. The house is too big for us. We are just the 2 of us, and we are paying so many bills. And wait a minute, what do?
So we go back to the original idea and at the setup of this vision. What was our plan? Our plan was that when the children have started leaving the house and we are ultimately the 2 of us, the next thing would be to actualize one of the ideas that we had, and that idea was the school.
By the way, do you know that I don't remember that?
Of course, you know, she may sometimes not remember, and you know, we keep reminding ourselves one day at a time, and this was one of the things. And I remember when we decided to do the international school, then there was a shift of goals, and then she said, wait a minute, this is my marital home. I don't think that it is right for us to be able to utilize it. But then the power and authority of the Lordship came with the 2 of us having spiritual dreams that pointed at the school, and the rest now is history.
What else did they do to Jesus?
They beat Jesus.
They beat Jesus. What else did they do to Jesus?
They just put this. Jesus they put on the cross.
They put him on the cross.
My name is Karen Talema.
What is the name of your school?
Nile Basin International School.
Karen, which class are you?
Diamond.
Yes, Diamond is equivalent to preschool. What do you like about your class?
I like reading. God sent Noah to build the ark. Other people looked at him and they started laughing. They thought it was a joke. They stayed outside the boat. Noah's family and the animals entered, and then God made a huge thunder, and then the people who were outside the boat sank down in the water and they died, and then God's people were saved, and then God made a rainbow, and then it was a sign for him not kill people again. God called Jonah. He spoke to Jonah. He said, go to Nineveh, that great city, and preach the word of God. And he said, oh Lord, that place is wicked. They even say bad words to your name. Then after that he ran away. He went in a boat. Then after that one night he slept. Then people kicked his bed.
In a soft voice, I heard a call from God to start an ACE school. I kept that idea for myself for over 2 weeks, praying and wondering how and where do I start it? After I gained the confidence, I brought the idea to my husband that I would love us to start an ACE school. And I told him, if we rent, then the school will not start. Is it possible to start? And I was quaking. I was not even sure whether my seed will find the soil to germinate.
And I remember that time, the dream we had together of a school being opened in a palm tree, a beautiful palm tree at that gate where you are seeing. And that was it. So we started the school.
Over the years, I've seen schools grow from 1 child to 10 to 20, even up to 100 or even more. But I've seen Nile Basin grow from 1 child to where it is now, 40 children and plus. What comes into my mind is the vision the proprietors had of imparting an education to the next generation. And it has showed me that God does wonderful things, and it is not actually the proprietor's work, but it is because of God's work.
We joined Nile Basin International School in 2022, and it's been a great journey for my children. First, they've learned to know God by themselves. They know who God is, why Jesus died for them, and how they can live in a Christian manner. Another thing, they've trained our children to learn on an individual basis. However young they are able to do their course. They are given projects by themselves without anyone's help, and that's a great achievement at such an early age.
Today we are going to learn about, can you guess which animal is that? Is that an animal? Yes. Are you serious?
No. Golden fish.
Is someone is saying golden fish? Another one? It is Gary goldfish. It is Gary goldfish. And it reads? It reads?
This is the most important class It's the beginners class, and children here are between 2 and 3 years. They do not do a lot of writing, but they do a lot of shading. Shading strengthens their muscles and prepares them for writing.
My name is Brenda Jahari, and this is to actually be my room before it happened to be a class of the Rubies. I'm most thankful to my parents, Mr. and Mrs. Monica Nightway, for the decision that they made when they decided to make this a school. We've come a long way. It's so funny to think that just literally 5 years ago, we were in here making noise and laughing and cooking meals and playing games with each other. And now, 2 years, I think it's been about 2 years now, we are a whole school with a lot of babies running around and learning new things here and there, learning to speak, learning to write. It's honestly been an amazing journey. Sometimes when people are asking me, so where are you now? I'm like, I'm at home. Oh no, wait, I'm at school. Like, it's slowly but slowly it's setting in. But I can definitely say, I can speak with so much certainty and confidence that it was definitely like the best decision that we made, because if we weren't doing all this and if we didn't have people to keep life within the home, I'm not so sure how Mr. Arinaitwe and his wife would be keeping themselves company in such a huge space.
Where I am standing was the entrance to the upper house, and across the other side, the kitchen and other places. So when we decided that we are going to transform our house into an international school, then we gave in quickly the entire lower house.
My name is Genevieve Kapoza. I'm a student here at Nile Basin, and so far it's been fun. A lot of the kids are younger than me, but it's interesting interacting with them. They're adorable, it's nice carrying them and soothing them when they cry. What I like about ACE is that everything is like, it's not too much at once for you to understand. They take it in, should I say, concept by concept. So you can't move forward unless you've mastered the first one. And then also, it's more fun. Like, even the places, they look a lot more interesting, more engaging compared to like a textbook or something.
My name is Daniel Kafuna. I am a parent at Nile Basin International School. Nile Basin International School is on the SE curriculum, which is religious. Even when a kid is back home, you feel that they have been attended to very well.
Nordin Adam. Today, my children is already school here, and that way he's going to Christian church like that way, and then he's Muslim, everything same.
It's a lot because he's more outgoing. He was a little more reserved. He speaks out more. He expresses himself, which are some of the aspects this world needs actually. Yeah, that's some of them.
Today marked a very special one, whereby the children were practicing a song, and this song was so special. It brought out key areas that I want to bring to your point, and one was Jesus willingly going to the cross. The message was too deep, and that's how we gave birth to the idea of reaching out to those that were lacking.
My name is Hope Nankunda, and I am a friend of Nile Basin International School. This school takes care of little children like you see, and today I'm happy to be part of them as they sail out to Zambia Babies Home to bless the children. We need to teach our children that giving is good and they should start giving when they are still young.
Thank you. Hello, hey. Hey, hey. Hello, hey. Hey, hey. Where are you?
At Zambia Babies Home.
We are also happy for the gifts that they have just donated to us. This shows that this shows that this school loves the kids and wants also to assist them in many ways. We want to thank them and may God bless them and guide them abundantly.
To all the children, thank you for mobilizing your parents. We gave willingly, just like Jesus. I must say that without you, we cannot do much. But with you, we can make a difference. The key challenge that we have is that being a startup, we have different children of different classes. You find, for instance, that you have 2 children in grade 1, you have 2 children in grade 8, you have 2 children in grade 3, and now getting the staff to be able to cater for those different classes and yet not a class able to support themselves financially is not easy. We are targeting to be able to break even if we get a minimum of 60 children. We are at 40, and this time, that's when we hit 40, we saw some results, we saw some change. So resources are still a challenge. As the numbers grow, we have to expand. We thank God that we have the space, but it is important. If God gives us an opportunity to partner with people who are thrived or who have monies that are just seated on their account, so that we can build a big block.
I want to make a final call to members of the community around, the Kurambiro community, the Nigeria community, the Buwate community. This school is for you. People in Chira, people in Chanja, this school is for you. It is accessible, it is on the road, and we have the infrastructure, and soon, God allowing, we'll be having means that bring children together at this particular school. The school has the big advantage of the 2 directors staying in this place. And KCCA presently allowed us to stay at the place as directors of the school.
Exodus chapter 2, particularly that story when Moses was born. You remember Moses was born at that particular time when Herod was killing every boy child. And Moses was born to her parents, and they saw that he was a very special boy. But they could not keep him in the house for long. So when it was difficult, they made a basket and took the boy at the bank of the Nile River. And my people, that is the total vision that God gave me. That this school will be a bank will be at the bank, will be a rescue for the generation of now. For the children that have been born in a corruptible generation where the Bible is not allowed to read anymore in schools, but yet for us, our exposition, our training tool is the Bible. I felt this curriculum would give me another chance to go back to class and to be able to teach and expose children using the original maker's word, and that is the Bible. And so Nile Basin International School is that basket.